Hey folks, this is Gray here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to protect, specifically what I'm going to be doing is protecting my banana plants from the freezing cold that we're coming up on probably I think by Friday or so. It may get as low as in the low 20s for a short period of time because I'm in zone 10A and we don't get cold that often. But when it does get cold and your plants are young, you want to know how to protect them. So in this video, we're going to discuss a cheap, simple, affordable way to do this. And hopefully this will help some of you folks out there who are concerned about cold weather or maybe in my area or other areas like it, how to kind of save your banana plants as well as other plants. All right, so folks, I'm going to go over what I'm using, and to give you an idea, these are the dwarf Cavendish bananas. If you watch my food forest video, they looked a lot different, had lots of leaves. They were doing good. And of course, this is the third one. And you're probably wondering, man, are they dead? No, they are not dead. The rootstock down there is what's most important. The reason that they're kind of cut down like this is because we had a freeze not too long ago, and it killed all the leaves. As you can see, then we got some 80-degree weather, and the plant said, okay, I'm going to shoot up leaves again because it feels it's time to start growing. A little backstory on the dwarf Cavendish banana plants. What I suggest to folks is that whatever plant that you're trying to protect from the cold, do a little research on them so you know what you're dealing with. Because these banana plants here, the dwarf Cavendish variety can survive dips around 26 degrees Fahrenheit or -3 degrees Celsius. With its rhizome, which is that part in the bottom there, the rhizome is underneath, underground. It's basically hardy up to about 28 to 30 degrees, but temperatures below 50 degrees slow the growth and cause leaf damage. What I did with all the leaves down here, as you can see, I cut them. I'm just using them for mulch in the meantime. Just, cut and or chop and drop, as I'd like to call it. But like I said, that the freezing temperatures will cause leaf damage. And as they call it, the above ground pseudostem, because bananas don't really have a stem. It's more of a pseudostem. And basically you want to protect the regrowth of the rhizomes because that's what's most important for these things to bounce back into spring or warm weather. Man, I can't speak today, but can I ever speak? And I'm going to go over all the tools and stuff that I'm using for this and the reasons why. But last and all, like I said, the leaves themselves will get damaged or die off first. And like I said, off around freezing, which is 32 degrees, which we don't get very often, but we got it right around Christmas time. I think it was New Year's. It dropped down to about 28 degrees in my area. And again, the pseudostem or the trunk can withstand a brief freeze, but will die back. It's a temporary structure, folks, for the banana plant. Luckily, these are small, so this is going to be super simple. And again, the rhizome, the rootstock, is the critical part that you really need to focus on. Like I said, it's hardy to about 28 to 30 degrees. If you want that in Celsius, it's -2 to -1 Celsius, which allows the plant to regrow in spring. So, being if you're in zone 8, zone 9, basically you want to mulch these bases deeply and cover the plant. Some people will use frost cloths or blankets or heat from incandescent lights, but I don't have any of that. Basically, when you're out pretty much in the middle of nowhere, electricity is something you just don't come across. I could use a power station, but it's going to be cold here for quite some time. Anything else I want to add to that? The only positive thing is if you have these things in a container, you can move potted plants indoors to a bright, cool spot when the temperatures drop. But these are in the ground in the middle of the woods. I do have a shade house. I keep on mentioning that. We're going to go over that eventually once I finish finishing touches on that. But again, it's not a greenhouse. It's not a heated environment. It's not going to stop too much of the wind and the cold. And like I said, these are in the ground. All right, so let's kind of go over what I'm using in this project. Basically, I got a bunch of stakes. I got some bamboo in there, some wooden stakes. basically to kind of build a cage around my banana plant. And then I had some of this laying around, this green stuff. You can use chicken wire, you can use different things, just kind of a way to pack it in, and you'll see what I mean here once we get this going. And of course, you need something, of course, to pound stakes in. I'm using a small sledge, just makes life easier. And then our saving grace will be straw. I want you to get one thing out of this, is straw saves lives. Basically plant lives, but it can go beyond that. Straw is a very cheap thing. I usually pay about 10 bucks for a bale, so it's not too bad. Okay, so why are we using straw versus hay? Well, straw acts as an insulator. It repels ice, rain, and snow. The reason you never want to use hay, because hay grows mold and allows moisture to be held within. So just think straw, and straw saves. That's a little moniker I picked up somewhere on a Facebook group a while back. All right, as you can see here, we got 4 stakes in the ground. We're making a box around this banana plant, and now we're gonna wrap that green stuff around there so that we can stuff it full of the straw to protect the banana plant. All right, so now I completed all 3 of them. Well, we completed all 3 of them. I have a helper today. He's behind me, watching everything I do, learning the YouTube ways. But anyways, folks, as you can see, we got a bale of hay, a bale of straw. I don't know why I keep on saying hay, just because hay just happens to pop in my head, but a bale of straw in front of each plant. Now, will it take that much? I don't know. We're about to find out to kind of give you an idea. Like I said, these are about 10 bucks a piece if you're going to utilize this process. All right, as you can see, we went all the way up to just about there on the top of the plant. And for this one, what we'll do is go right about there, right before the leaves start to grow, which will kind of insulate that. And I got some straw going already just to kind of give me an idea and gauge. And so far, we've only gone through 1 bale. Well, half a bale. So this would be a lot more cost effective than I think. And then I can use that for any other plants I might have on the property that I think might need some insulation. Also works great for animals, folks. Chicken coops, goats, things like that. Nice barrier for warmth. So as you can see, on both of the ones with the leaf on it, basically like the ones without the leaf, you know, because we had cut these off on the initial freeze that we had back in the end of the month on New Year's Eve. Of course, these leaves, I guess, shot out, but they'll probably, in this freeze, I'll put something in my community tab. I'll show you after the freeze, because we have about 2 weeks of cold weather coming, and this will probably die off as well. But as you can see, we went and protected the whole thing, and that's going to insulate that plant. Like I said, these dwarf Cavendish bananas were probably roughly about 3 feet in height. And that's going to make sure that they survive for spring. Because spring, we look for big things happening here in the food forest. And I'm trying to protect anything I can in regards to the plant. So how much straw do we use? Basically a bale and a quarter. So we got lots of straw left. But like I said, we got lots of other plants on the property. If you watch my kind of food forest video, you know that we have like mangoes and loquats and mulberries and moringa and all that stuff like that. Matter of fact, speaking of the poor moringa, she lost all her little leaves, just stems. But hey, come springtime, you'll be amazed at what these plants will do. She's a resilient plant out here in the middle of the woods. Look at that Jamaican cherry. Still going strong. Don't care about the weather. Hot, cold, they don't care. Well, folks, I hope this video helps some of you folks out there in protecting your plants from cold weather. You know, this is a solution that works good for short-term situations when you get a freeze or an unexpected freeze. Sure, blankets and stuff work. Incandescent lights work, like the Christmas tree incandescent lights. There's lots of little tips and tricks. But to me, this is kind of one of the most affordable way that I can utilize to protect my banana plants in this instance from cold weather. And it's very cheap and it works. Funny enough, I came across a video from Millennial Gardener, I think it was about 4 years ago, where I picked up this idea at a while back, and didn't think I'd be dealing with something like this, but I am. So I figured I'd kind of, you know, put it back out there from my perspective and what I'm using, and hopefully this will help some other folks doing that. Remember, straw's the way to go when it comes to this stuff. Outside of that, folks, I hope everyone is doing great out there. Bundle up if you're in the up north region where you're going to get lots of snow. And as always, if you had any value at all in this video, any value, or just put a smile on your face, or you just want to support the channel, drop a comment, hit that thumbs up button. And if you're new here, of course, subscribe. Truly appreciate all you guys. And this is Grayman. I'll catch you guys on the rebound. I'm out. God bless. And yeah, this is where I'm going to end it because I'm going to start rambling again. Have a wonderful afternoon, evening, weekend, week, whenever this video finds you.